So we are here with Martina. Can you tell us where you're from, what services you offer, and a little bit about how you got into the wedding industry?
Yeah, so I'm Martina. I run a full service salon suite based out of New Rochelle, New York. So I'm in Westchester and I do hair and makeup. So I specialize in natural makeup and like clean hairstyles. So very like natural, kind of enhancing like people's natural features. So I'm fully like in my salon suite every day. I work 5 days a week. I only have like Mondays and Tuesdays off as of now. But when I first started, like I was working every day. But doing my hair and makeup, and yeah, I do haircuts. I specialize in like layered cuts.
Okay.
I do a lot of like bridal showers, baby showers, event styling, and then bridal.
Okay. So how did you get into the wedding industry? It sounds like you do salon services as well.
Yeah, so the reason I got into it, I kind of was like thrown into it.
Okay.
So I always loved makeup. So makeup is like what got me into beauty. And so I was kind of like a little tom girl that would like play with guys and like I'd have like that tomboy personality, but then I also was like a girl who loved makeup. And
Yeah.
so makeup is what got me into like the industry, and then it kind of like led into hair. But bridal itself, it was like when I first started like freelancing, like I just like was out of high school, or I was even in high school, like I had my little kid, and people I knew, like a lot of my family friends or just people that I knew, like did hair and makeup and needed help for weddings.
Hmm.
So I started kind of like, I just kind of got thrown into it. I was like, yeah, I'll help you. Like, yeah, I do makeup. Like, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it started. And then I went to cosmetology school because I wanted to work in a salon, kind of like get more experience and, clientele. But I couldn't, I guess, like in New York, from what I understood, you couldn't work in a salon, like you couldn't touch people's face unless you got a license. So
Mhm.
I worked in Ulta for a little bit before COVID, and I hated it. There was like no like client connection at all. It was just like, buy this product, it's infused with hyaluronic acid, instead of being like, let me do your makeup.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to cosmetology school, and then in there I kind of like liked hair. And so
I love it.
it yeah, so like it led me to be like, okay, I'm gonna do makeup and I'm gonna do color and extensions. And then I don't really do extensions. I'm certified in them, but I do mostly just like, I kind of just got thrown into it.
Yeah.
And so I worked in a salon. I assisted for a few years while I was in school. And then I had a job immediately after school. I worked in a salon for like 2-ish years.
Okay.
And then I immediately opened up my salon suite and started on my own.
Oh, so you have a salon suite.
Yeah. So I graduated in 2021,
Okay.
and my career was like very quick.
It
Like I
sounds
just,
like it. You were
yeah,
laser focused.
yeah. And I just won Best of Westchester, Best Makeup Artist. So I literally had the Best of Westchester party on the day that I had signed my lease like 2 years ago. So yeah,
Amazing. That's a
yeah,
sign from the divine that you were meant to be
yes.
exactly where you are.
Yeah, so it's been great. I mean, it's a lot. Like, I know most of the people in the community like do just bridal, or like maybe they're like full-time moms with like this on the side, but this is like what I do full time, like on top of,
So,
working.
do you love doing both, or do you ever have a dream of like just doing weddings?
I don't, I have a lot of like dreams and like goals that I want for myself. So I would like to, I mean, I don't know, like I feel like I'm always kind of switching like where I want to go,
Yeah.
but I still love like being one-on-one with my clients and having that like one-on-one, like calm, peaceful environment.
Yeah.
And then like the weddings, like I think that if I did just bridal, I don't know if I could take it. Like I like the balance of having my days in the suite and then kind of just like being one on one, calm, whatever, and then having like those high energy days.
Understandable. Totally
Yeah.
understandable. Okay, so you graduated beauty school in 2021, and
Yeah.
then what year did you start weddings? Did you start weddings in 2021?
So, I mean, I did a few weddings in like 2018, 2019, not 2020, but like before beauty school, but it was like very, very minimal. Like, I mean, I was using like again, it was just makeup at that time, but I was just using like literally drugstore makeup, like whatever I liked, it was a little embarrassing little kit. But I mean, I always like had a passion for it. I worked, whatever.
Yeah.
But the reason like, I don't know, once I got into beauty school, it was 10 months of just straight up 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday, work. I mean, school,
Yeah.
unpaid work.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to do weddings, but then I got into weddings a little bit more when I worked in a salon that like I did a lot of bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs.
Yeah.
And then I kind of started with that. And then, the team would go out for weddings.
Oh.
And then when I got on my own, I had a lot of like connections.
Mhm.
So a lot of the people I knew were hiring me to help them with weddings.
Oh, okay.
So I joined a few teams and I really had like my group of people that was like, do weddings. Like, weddings are fun. Like, do them. Like, you're good at it. Like, you work quick. Like, I had the perfect, like, I guess, personality and like experience to like do weddings. So that's how I started. And I didn't start booking brides until 2024.
No way. So your
Yeah.
own weddings you weren't taking until 2024. You were kind
No.
of on teams previously.
Yes, I was very like the way I am is like I'm either gonna put my all into something or like I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I needed to kind of build my experience and like my mindset of
Yes.
like how I felt about my work and being okay charging people for it. So I didn't want to do brides until I was like I knew like this is what I want to do and I want to specialize in this.
No, that's
So
actually so smart. So now I'm
yeah.
curious, when did you join the academy and how did you find it?
So the first bride I booked was September 2024.
Okay.
That was my first bride. I remember her. I love her. She's so cute. Um, so that was my first bride. And then I was kind of just like helping with weddings and stuff. And the reason I started BBA in January.
2025?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot has changed since then.
Cool.
But the reason I found you was because of like YouTube. Well, I'm in Westchester, so I think we've done weddings with the same people, but we've never like worked together.
Probably.
So, like, because I do a lot of weddings in like New Jersey, like over the Tappan Zee. So, like, we worked with the same people, but so I don't know if like my algorithm brought me to you, but on
Algorithm.
on YouTube. So, like, sometimes like I'd be driving to work or like on my way home from work, and I would go on YouTube and search up like how to make more money as a hairstylist, how to make more money as an independent. Like, I would always like look up videos to like motivate me and like push me to do better. And so I don't know, I stumbled upon one of your videos and I binge watched every single video. Like, I can go into my YouTube and you can see the little red line that shows that I watched every video. I was like, this girl knows it. I'm like, because before BBA, I was literally just asking the people I knew, like, what do you do? Like, how does this work? How do you get a bride booked? Like, how do you do extension rentals? How do you communicate with them? Like, I literally copy and pasted like somebody's contract and like their pricing.
Of course we did. That's how we all
Yeah.
start.
So I was like, okay, like, well, so then at that point, like I had hired like a bookkeeper
Oh, love.
because like work started getting like really crazy
Mhm.
and it was hard for me to like figure out how much I was making.
Yeah.
So I hired a bookkeeper and she honestly changed my life. But she told me, she was like, you make so much money when you help people with weddings. And she was like, we need to figure out a way for you to get like book your own because you're going to be making more on your own.
I love this girl. I love this
Yeah.
girl. Mhm. Immediately.
So yeah, so basically, like, I guess that kind of like pushed me. And so, like, we started working in October. And then I was watching your videos and then I saw that I guess I signed up for your newsletter or whatever it was. And I saw the email and it was like now enrolling. And so I texted her and I was like, I want to do this. And she was like, how much is it? I'm like, I don't care. I want to do it. So I did it.
Okay, well, you need to send her my love and thanks because she sent you my way. So
Yeah.
I love her. Okay, so one, I will be getting back to YouTube, and that is so sweet. I'm so glad that you found me there and that you now have your safe space. But it sounds like your business has changed a lot. Not only that you were like kind of just started last year, end of last year, kind of like the fall, and then you joined BBA. What did your business look like before, and how does it look now? Like,
Yeah,
walk me.
so when I first started, like opened my salon suite, I literally had zero clients. Like
Oh,
zero clients. It was a tough
okay.
situation. It was like, I'm just gonna do it and see what happens. Like you never know until you take the risk. So I
Yeah.
did that. And so I kind of just like I was mostly like, I was doing the my clients, I was like friends, family, then they would like I would post a lot of Instagram, so I'm really good about like marketing myself. And I was very lucky because I still was making money, but I also think that it's because of like the way I did things. Like I worked 7 days a week. If you wanted an appointment at 7 a.m., I was doing you.
Yeah.
If you wanted something at 9 p.m., yeah, come in, like all over the place. But I think that it really like brought me to where I am. But I think I mean, with the weddings, like again, I wasn't booking weddings on my own. I was assisting.
Mhm.
So, I mean, the money I was making like, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000 a month. And now I can make 5 figures a month, like,
Wow.
yeah, on my own by myself. So
That's amazing. On your own
crazy.
weddings.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm
Yeah.
so excited for you.
Yeah.
This brings me to I remember you had made a post, and that's why I wanted to chat with you because I loved number one, the how you did the data because I am a nerd and I do love looking at the data. So you had like you were setting up your tracker in the client
Yeah.
tracking, which have you ever done that before? Track.
No, I mean, when I was watching your videos, I had already purchased the bridal dashboard.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
before I joined BBA, I had that. And then I liked I'm type A. I mean, maybe certain things I'm not, but like when it comes to work, I'm type A.
Mhm.
So I like really wanted to see that because I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to see like the difference. Because I said to myself, like, we are booking brides. Like I bought a binder and I
Yeah.
had like because I'm like a visual person. So like I still have everything like, filed on my computer,
Mhm.
but seeing it in person just makes things so much easier for me to like visualize like my goals. So I
Mhm.
bought a binder with like the little, sheet protectors in it. And I'm like, I had that one bride and I was like, okay, we're going to book more brides. Like, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And like this binder is like literally almost full. Like, I have it right here. Hold on.
Oh, give me the binder, please.
Oh, so this is my binder
I
with all
love her.
the names and
The
all the
drugstore.
dates. And it's just like these are all contracts.
She's stacked. Look at that.
Yeah. I
Look
won't
at
like have
that.
any names and stuff, but it's full.
I
And
love
so
that.
just seeing it like kind of like go, get bigger and bigger, I'm like, okay, like we're doing it, like this is working.
Honestly, I love that because that's like visualization on
Yeah.
steroids because you're actually visually seeing it in reality by printing everything out and seeing your binder get a little bit heavy over time. I love
Yeah.
that. That is so
Yeah.
cute.
And so when I saw like I was like, I need to like share this because I think that like it's so reassuring being like, I feel like sometimes when you invest in like education and stuff, it's like hit or miss. Like I've taken a class and like literally learned nothing. So to be able to like spend that money investing in something and seeing like the results is like really big. So
It
I'm like, let
is.
me share with everybody, you
Oh,
know?
well, we don't know what it is. So can you tell us what you shared?
Yeah, so I can pull it up too. Let me just pull it up really quick. But basically there's like a little, what is it called that you have? It's like a little spreadsheet,
Mhm.
like an inquiry spreadsheet where like you can see where you how many people, like the person's name, their information, how they found you, their inquiry date when they book, like their wedding date, everything like that. And kind of like the most important part is like, are you unavailable? Are you ghosted? Do they book you? All that stuff. I'm trying to
Yeah.
find it so I can share it. I think you sent it to me. Hold on. I think it's important to show the people.
Show the people.
Yes. So This is what can you see that? This is what my spreadsheet looked like before. It was all ghosted. All ghosted with one, two, three people booked, and that's it. And then after I started BBA, like just a few months after, like I started noticing the difference immediately. Like I have January 9th here. You can start seeing a variation at the end here where it says like unavailable, ghosted, unavailable, booked, chose other vendor, unavailable, booked, booked, booked. Like it started getting so much more booked versus ghosted. And I think that it was really because of the way you had like the emails structured, like the templates and like the type of buyers there are. Because
Wild, right?
I did
Wild.
not go to college, so I don't I don't know how like I don't know the marketing terms and stuff, but yeah, it's been like insane. And like now, like I haven't really updated as much because it's been hard to like keep track of literally everything.
Yeah.
But most of the time, like now, like I mean, unless I'm like booked already, or if it's like out of like location range, like I try to stay like an hour and a half like away from me, and that's it.
Yeah.
Most of the time everybody's booking.
That's
Like,
crazy.
yeah, and like they'll book me like the same day.
We love that. We
Yeah.
love to hear it. I remember you putting that post in there and it was like you were getting ghosted like 50% less. And I was like, that is actually unreal. So you feel like the number one contributor would be adjusting how you were emailing your clients before?
I think the way I was communicating with them, because I feel like a lot of the time I was like, this is your package. Let me know if you have any questions. You know,
No,
that freaking last sentence, like, let me know if you like, come on, like, that's retired. We need to retire her.
it's the death.
Yeah. So it was just kind of like figuring out how to like word things and communicate with them and having that confidence to be like, this is what I'm worth and this is what the pricing is.
Absolutely.
And I think that like on top of like now like winning an award and being reputable, like people knowing me and just growing as a business, like I think that obviously that's helped as well.
Absolutely.
But what got me here is literally BBA.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, you just got into BBA. What was your first like aha moment? Like, was it something when it came to the ideal bride, signature look? Like, what did you have set up before? And what did you kind of set up when you got into BBA lesson wise?
So when I mean, I didn't really have anything set up before. Like I said, I had this PDF that was like copy and pasted from a hairstylist I know.
Yeah.
And it just said like, it was all a la carte. So it said like
So we were
Martina
avocado.
Christie makeup and hair, bridal packages. And then it was like bride, $200, like hair, $200 makeup. And then it would be like $100. Like it was just like all listed there. It wasn't even centered in the freaking page. Okay. It was on like Google Docs.
Okay.
And so
I love it.
that's kind of what we started with. And then when BA, like when I first like enrolled, I don't know if you remember, like I posted on my story of me printing out all my papers.
Yeah.
And you were like, I love it. Like you have everything printed out. And I'm like, yeah, like I took it so serious. And I think that's why I had such good results.
Absolutely, because you printed everything out and it sounds like you kind of like maybe went in, did a lesson, and took the action.
Yeah.
You
And
agree?
there was days because also January was slower, especially like January, February. I took that time to like really like hone in on it. So I would spend like 10 hours in front of the computer, like doing the lessons. I have a notebook somewhere. I mean, I don't know if it's in here, but like I had a notebook with like all the notes in it and everything. And
Wow.
I would like write things down and like I would have like my pricing next to me. And then once we did like the whole package thing,
Hmm.
I had that next to me and I'm like, okay, what can we make different? Like I literally flipped the admin portion of my business like upside down.
Love. Okay,
Yeah.
so you were a la carte before. Now you
Mhm.
have packages.
Yeah. So I will never give up my makeup or hair. So I'm still doing both.
Um,
So when I did the pricing in January, I had the price, like the packages. I have 3 packages. So I haven't it pulled up in front of me, but it's called She's So Iconic, She's Wifey Material, and She's the Whole Package. So I have those 3 base packages. So the first one, the least amount, like the smallest package, is bride plus 3 makeup or hair. Well, I actually just changed it because it was bride plus 4 and it's like too much for me.
Mhm.
So it was bride plus 4 hair or makeup. And then I have like the middle one, which is like the most booked one, bride plus 4 makeup and hair. And then I have like bride plus 8 makeup and hair.
Okay.
Um, so I have like those 3 packages, and then I feel like most of the time people would always want to add or, take away. So I would have like, you can add any guest for this amount of money.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I have those 3 packages and it's been so much easier.
Is
Like even
it?
just like emailing them and being like, okay, this is your package, like this is your customized package, like breakdown, send over, let me,
Absolutely.
contract and everything. So
I love the names. They're very iconic. Would you say the response from your brides when you're quoting them out, does that feel different? Like, I feel like everyone, when they go to packages, they're like, oh my God, I'm not going to book anybody with any packages. Did you have any similar feelings or notice anything different in your inbox that way?
I think it made people book quicker. Like, I don't know why. Like, I think that it was just like neater because it had like travel. Like, I say that it includes like up to 1 hour of travel, it includes the trials, includes like additional style. Like, it included everything. So it made people feel like they were getting more of a deal versus like, okay, you have a flower girl. Let me add these 2 people. Let me do these, like it got like overwhelming versus it's like, okay, choose your base package. And then if you need to add people or take them away, I'll just customize it for you.
Absolutely.
So
Wait.
much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say you've been able to increase your rates since being in the program?
So I have not. So I raised my rates initially when I first did that, when I switched from a la carte to packaging.
Hmm.
I'm currently in the process of like redoing like my sales page.
Nice.
So I realized that I don't want to do large parties anymore.
Uh,
So, I mean, there's still going to be large parties, but I'd rather do bride plus 6 as like the max, like hair and
yeah.
makeup versus bride plus 8, because then it
That's,
normally ends up being like 11 per serve, like per, hair or makeup. And
yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, between like hiring assistants and hoping that they're reliable, or like I don't know, it's just a lot. So creating timelines and this person doesn't want to do hair anymore, this person wants to do make like I'm just like, you know what? Let's do my minimum's bride plus 3.
Hmm.
And if I bring a style, an additional person, bride plus 6. So I'm only raising them a little bit, like I was charging 250 like per service for the bride. I know that's low for Westchester.
Hmm.
We're doing 300, okay? So we're learning.
Okay, at least
But
we increased.
yeah, I mean, I think I still want to learn, so I don't mind being a little bit more competitive with my pricing. Get me the brides and the experience and the content that I want. So it's okay. I'm fine with it.
No,
Uh,
because you know what? Knowing that you only really started your own brides like end of 2024, and this is like your first year, being at the rate you're at as a newbie in the absolute best sense, and I say that with love, like I loved being newbie. My newbie self would never. It
yeah.
took me like 5 years to even get to that rate. So I think you're doing amazing.
Yeah. I'm taking it easy, but especially like, now that I'm like getting busier, like I know I'm like, okay, you have to charge more. Like, you're blocking off a day for these people way in advance. Like I have brides booking out until like end of 2026.
Wow.
I'm like considering that now, like most of my brides are already booked for 2026. So I'm like, okay, I need to raise my prices now because the rest of those brides, like in 2027, I'm not charging, $200 or whatever, like
Right.
raise. So yeah.
Okay, so walk me through. You joined in January. How many bookings were you able to secure for 2025 and then now for 2026?
Well, so obviously, like being full time in the suite, it's like I do have those days where I'm like fully booked in the salon. So it's hard for me to like give an exact number because sometimes I'm helping people still. And, obviously like in the salon. So my availability, like sometimes like I'm saying like, I'm sorry, I'm already booked. I'm
Yeah.
unavailable. But I have a lot of brides booked. I mean, just like in like the past 3 4 months I've already booked like 10 brides, and that's me doing bridal essentially part-time.
I
you
know.
know?
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's insane. I'm
Yeah.
so excited for you.
Thank you.
So, what inside of Bridal Boss Academy do you feel like helped you the most? Like, if there was a lesson that I was like, okay, I'm actually going to cut that one out, what would you be like, absolutely no, that helped shape my business to what I have now?
That's hard because a lot of this stuff helped me. But
I'm positive.
I guess like when I so I guess it has to be like the pricing portion, like travel and how you structured the packages.
Hmm.
That was a big one for me. Like that and then like email templates and then this one, I mean maybe it's not as like crazy as like the packages, but the links, like having that in your
Oh,
bio.
yeah, yeah.
I've been able to incorporate that like in my salon suite life too.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
vital because now
Mhm.
I have like leave a review, book an appointment, view my packages, a little bit about me. Like it's made things so much easier versus like when I was using like Linktree.
I know. That
And it
link
was like,
tree. It
yeah.
keeps
My
saying.
bookkeeper's like, why, what is $4? Like, why are you paying $4? So I'm like, leave it.
I love your bookkeeper.
I'm like, leave it. Okay. I need it. But it's been so helpful. Like those, I say those three. The KPI tracker, I have to say, was like, I still don't, I still can't get on track with that thing. It's so hard for me to like figure out the information to put into it. But those three things like really, really like game changer. I don't know. Yeah, like the email templates, like figuring out how to respond to a bride, like, oh, you're out of budget. Okay, hold on, let me check it out. Let me go back to it. If you got rid of it, I'd be like, damn, I don't remember what she told me to say.
Okay, now I'm curious. Have you used them and have you been able
Yes.
to turn brides around?
So I did have one bride who reached out basically saying that I was like out of budget, but
Mhm.
her venue was La Chateau, which is like pretty expensive, like Park
The
Chateau
one,
or La Chateau, whatever it is.
the one in Jersey?
Uh-huh. And so I kind of like used your email template like out of budget where I kind of was like, having it, I understand that like a budget is you're mindful of your budget, especially with like a really nice venue like La Chateau. Like this is why you're, like just it didn't flip her. Like she still like ghosted me after that. But like even to myself, like before I would have been like, well, this is how much I charge. Like I would have been like what is your budget? Like how can I work? Like no, like now it's like this is the price. What is your budget? Maybe we can take away some people. Like maybe you should tell them who you're booking, show them my work. Like I've said that. And in this instance, like she didn't book, but there have been other brides where like I told them like what is your budget? Like what are you willing to have, maybe them pay for one service instead of both, like whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just yeah, it's been maybe not her, but other brides, it flips them. Yeah.
Yeah, because it almost sounds like you're a little bit more confident in how you're
Mhm.
communicating with them versus like before. I feel like a lot of, bridal pros, they'll like over explain if
Yes,
somebody
no.
says out of budget, but boss energy, we don't. We hold the frame.
Yeah, and it's so crazy that like weeding those people out too. Like even before I started BBA, I noticed that like the brides that I was getting, I mean, it was only a few people, but the brides I was getting were like not ideal. Like they were either like really like I don't do boho, I don't do braids, I don't do like heavily like over matte makeup. I don't like that. So I
Yeah.
was getting a lot of like brides who like weren't fitting in my like even their personality. It's so weird that now like I literally talk to like my bridal friends and I'm like it's so weird how like a person sits in your chair, you never meet them. Like most of the time when I book my brides, I don't even talk to them over the phone. Like they just book.
Yeah, they just book online.
And yeah, and the fact that like I'm like seeing them in person for their trial and I'm like damn, like you're literally my ideal bride and I've never met you. Like
Yeah.
it's so weird.
How you're able to attract them in like that.
Yeah, that like they're literally like your ideal bride. Like they're so calm. Like I feel like I attract the calm, like very quiet girls, but they still have like a strong personality. You just have to like get it out of them.
Yeah.
And they just have like a certain look. And it's like the weirdest thing. And it's like they sit in your chair and I'm like, it's crazy.
You're like, I manifested you.
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
when you start like being picky with who you book, and you can already kind of tell like when you talk to them,
Oh
like if they
yeah.
are ideal or what. But yeah, it's just weird. It's just crazy. And I feel like I noticed that after BBA.
Yeah, and so have you gotten more confident in turning brides away who aren't your ideal bride?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
If they email me and it's kind of like you kind of get a whiff of like, okay, they're a lot, they're type A. I'm okay working with a type A bride, but you kind of get an idea of like, okay, they're gonna be an issue, right? They're an issue right now. So if they're, on wedding day, they're gonna be more of an issue. Especially some of the mother of the brides, like they're crazy. So kind of like seeing how that interaction, like then I know. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not available. It's out of my travel range or whatever.
Yeah. You're like, I'll book another bride. It's fine.
I'll be fine. I'll have a full day in the salon. I'll be good. Or if
Oh,
I get a day off, it's fine.
a day off is beautiful. Don't we love
Yeah.
those? Don't we love
Yeah.
those?
Mhm.
Okay, so what would you say has been your biggest win, biggest takeaway, whether it's financially or just like organizing? What has been your biggest win with Bridal Boss Academy?
Well, first of all, I love that like I'm able to go in there and ask people for advice.
Yes.
Like asking for your opinion on stuff, or if I'm stuck with something and I don't know how to go about it, like having that community there like is so nice, because it's hard to like bombard my bridal friends with my problems. So it's nice to kind of get like an unbiased version, from people that are just there to like support one another.
Yeah.
So I'd say that, but I guess like the biggest takeaway is just like when you put in the work for something, like you get it. Like I went into it being like, I want to make six figures. I want this. I want to book more brides. This is who I want to attract. And like I did it. And you know, it's just I put in the work. And so my biggest takeaway was like just joining. Like I don't know. Like I just all it was so there was so much information that
Yeah.
it's hard for me to like say the biggest like one thing, but it was just everything. Like it just helped me in so many ways.
Like a full transformation.
Yeah, basically.
Would you say you feel closer to your six-figure self?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
Because when I started, I mean, I had imposter syndrome. I was like, I can't charge this much. Like, I would never pay that. So why am I charging that?
Yeah.
Or I'd be like, I had a tough time like recreating the same look twice.
Mm-hmm.
So in my head, I was like, how am I going to do this if, how am I going to know what the hair and makeup is going to look on the day of versus their trial day? So
A lot of
yeah.
mindsets to break up with.
Yeah. And I think just being more in the industry, experiencing like everything, I feel like it just came with like my mindset growing as a person. Like I feel like my life totally changed. So I
Oh,
think that it changed my mind. I became more of like a busy, like this is my schedule and like this is my time to do my admin time. Like I really take those days into like I'm serious about them.
your CEO day?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't able to do it this morning, but like I'll replay them and I'll like sit down and take notes or like listen to it in the background. But I'm always like, because Monday and Tuesdays are my admin days, but those are the days that I was doing Bridal Boss Academy. So,
Ah. So if somebody was on the fence and they were like, I don't know what this academy is about. I don't know if I want to join, what would you tell them?
well, so it's funny because I actually had one of my bridal friends. I referred her and she's super busy, so I don't know how much of the course that she's done, but I was like, it literally like it's a game changer. Like if somebody's on the fence, I guess you have to just say like if you want to invest in yourself and you want to grow, like I'm such a goal oriented person that I'm always trying to do better. So I feel like if that's what you want to do in your bridal business, it doesn't matter like even if it was, first of all, it's so reasonably priced for the amount of information that you have in there. Like it's not just like buy this course and here's like 2, 3 1-hour lessons. Like this was like weeks of every day, 10-hour days of me sitting down and like going through things.
Hmm.
So I think if pricing was an issue to somebody, I'd be like, listen, like you need to invest in it, write it off. Okay.
Yeah,
Invest in yourself. And you never know like what you're gonna get out of it if you don't do it.
absolutely.
Total game changer. If you want to put in the work, then yes. If you don't want to like sit there and have those days, then
No,
Don't.
it's not an easy breezy, you can just fly through it in one day kind of a thing. It's definitely something you have to like have the time, attention, and detail to implement.
Yes, especially like the days that I was sitting down, like setting up the links and the sales page on Canva, like those days that I was like, and I printed out those pages and I filled them out, where it was like, how do you see yourself as your six-figure self? Like, what's your ideal bride? Like, how much? Like, I filled out everything and I sat there and like did everything on my computer and like went back to it. Like, it's a lot of information.
So smart. That's the way that I kind of designed it in hopes that people would do it. So it's like so cool to hear you taking those steps and doing it that way.
I literally felt like I was on like an online like college course, which
Uh,
honestly, I love that.
I love that too. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. Well, we're getting all new material. Well, not all new material, but there's going to be some new material dropping in November. So I'm excited for you to get your hands on that when wedding season slows down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now is insane.
I know. And I love that for you. And I love the way your year is shaping up. And thank you so much for sharing your story with us and some of your successes.
Wow.
I know so many people are going to be able to relate to you. So where can we find you? What's your Instagram?
So my Instagram is makeup x Martina. I also am on TikTok. So I'm on TikTok. Like I kind of do like more like stylist, kind of like an educational videos on there.
Okay.
But I'm Martina Crusoe 2 on TikTok. But I'm always posting on Instagram. And yeah, I'm
I
always
love
posting reels. I always post like unfiltered, never like my work is like always like unfiltered and like raw. I
it.
only post reels.
We
Yeah.
love the authenticity.
Yes.
We love that. Well,
I
we'll hang
specialize
out
in
here.
natural makeup here. We can't filter our
No,
stuff over here. So
we want it all. We want the video. We don't want anything filtered.
no.
No,
Reels for life. And you get more exposure that way.
facts. That is a
Yes.
fact. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me.